In September 2009, a Panama-registered cargo ship ran aground in the Zhuhai city's harbour, spilling 500 tons of fuel oil into the sea. In March 2012, Kino Athena, a vessel from the Republic of Korea, loaded with 7,000 tons of sulfuric acid and 140 tons of fuel oil, sank near the province's Shanwei city. Though no serious spills were reported, it took more than half a year to clean up the residue. In recent years, some coastal cities like Guangzhou, Huizhou, Zhuhai, Maoming and Zhanjiang in Guangdong Province have seen a growth in petrochemical industries. The province has so far been the location of more than 90 oil refineries and 471 quays, where dangerous goods are loaded or unloaded. The development of petrochemical industries has boosted economic growth, but also raised environmental concerns about marine pollution risks such as oil spills. Dangerous chemical products also account for a large share of Guangdong shipping transport.
In 2012 alone, the shipping throughput of dangerous chemicals in Guangdong hit 270 million tons. This kind of heavy traffic is prone to accidents.
In a bid to tackle the issue, local authorities have stepped up efforts to counter marine oil pollution. China View reporters visited Huizhou Port, a shipping hub of oil and gas in Guangdong Province, to find out more about what kind of oil spill prevention measures have been introduced. Covering 488 square kilometers of maritime area, Huizhou Port borders Shanwei's Honghai Bay to the east, Shenzhen's Dapeng Bay to the west, and looks out over Daya Bay, the home to 4 nuclear reactors in the south. The petrochemical industry has emerged as the backbone sector in Huizhou City, as petrochemical giants CNOOC and Shell have set up operation there.
Our port mainly deals with dangerous goods like bulk liquids and chemicals. Our throughput last year amounted to more than 40 million tons, among which 28 million tons consisted of crude oil, 9 million tons were refined oil, and 2.5 million tons were chemicals. So there is probably a high risk of oil spill in our port.
However, so far there have been no reports of oil spills in the port's maritime area, and that's all thanks to the joint efforts of government, enterprises and social groups. The city has now established Guangdong's first maritime emergency search and rescue centre to counter oil spills.
Once we receive an oil spill report, we can launch our emergency response in just 5 minutes. We then dispatch cleanup staff to the spot to set up an oil fence, spray cleansers and take other measures according to the pollution levels. Usually the staff will be able to reach the spot in 30 minutes.
Besides government initiatives, petrochemical enterprises like CNOOC and Shell have also contributed to oil spill prevention. The two have set up their own oil recovery ships, costing more than 60 million yuan, or $9.7 million in total.
While enterprise makes profits, it should also contribute to environmental protection. Our recovery slip is the most advanced of its kind in the country, and is equipped with efficient oil containment facilities, including a 3-kilometer-long containment boom. Also, we have another backup oil fence of the same length on the quay for unland oil spill.
Meanwhile, some professional cleanup companies are also playing an important role in oil spill prevention. Founded in the 1990s, Hangpeng Environmental Protection Service Co. Limited is one of them.
As a private company, we are part of the National Oil Spill Cleanup Force. All of our staff and facilities are up to the national standards.
Despite achievements in improving oil spill prevention mechanisms, there have also been some setbacks. One of these challenges is the unpaid costs for pollution from unknown sources. In any normal case, polluters are required to pay the cleanup costs. But no party is willing to pay in an oil spill incident if no source is identified. Pollution from ill-defined and unrecognized sources has proved difficult to regulate. In the first 7 months of 2013, there have been 4 such pollution cases in Huizhou Port's waters alone.
When pollution is found, we dispatch professional staff to the site. However, if there is no polluter involved or found, we have to foot the cost. This really bothers us.
Some cleanup companies also have to wait long periods of time to receive compensation for the clear-up costs, and the process usually requires a lawsuit.
Our company took part in the cleanup of the Korean vessel Cano Ethna oil spill incident more than 1 year ago, but we still haven't received any payment yet.
To solve the problem, the city government is now mulling over whether to set up a special fund to compensate cleanup costs of pollution with unclear sources. The fund could also be used in the event of bankrupt polluters or whenever the cost exceeds the amount the polluter is required to pay.